So, good morning. I'm going to do a quick, it's not an unboxing, it's a camera bag setup that I have here today with me. I am showing you, I've just got my hands on a new camera bag, and just going to do a quick walkthrough. I bought this off of Amazon. I'll put the link in the description. I'll just finally, I think, managed to get everything I need into it. So, let's have a look and see what's in here. So we have my Canon R5 along with a 24 to 105 f4 lens. Now this is an EF lens, and I do have the EF to RF adapter on here. I also have a 35mm Canon RF lens. So this is, hold on, 35mm, I think it's a 1.8 actually. I don't know what, where does it tell you? There it is, 1.8. So it's an RF 35mm 1.8 macro lens. That's the first piece of RF glass that I have. Actually, the only piece of RF glass that I have. And there's a 50mm EF 1.8 lens here as well, and again that will be used with the EF to RF adapter. I have a 70 to 200 again, EF, so 70 to 200 f4, so it's one of the L lenses. It's IS or USM, maybe it's not IS, I can't remember. It's been a while since I bought this, but it's a very heavy bit of kit anyway. So all of that now fits in here. Now in the top piece here, there are two batteries in there. Canon EF, or the standard Canon LPE6. So they're LPE6 NH. Yeah, so that's the official Canon one. That's the one that came with the camera, and then there's an older LPE6, a standard LPE6 Canon. I'll put them over there for the moment. I have this little boxy doohickey. Again, links in the description. So in here, if I open it correctly, as I've not opened it correctly, so in here there is room for two more Canon batteries that you can put in. So if we put in the two batteries in there, we've also got room for, there's two 60, well there should be two, and there's actually a 128 missing. So there's two SD card slots, there's two CF Express card slots in here, they fit in, and then you've got room for four micro SD slots as well if you need micro SD for something. So that's a handy little bit of kit, so I carry that. So anyway, all in, this bag then closes up like this. Now, why does that make any difference when it's a camera bag? Well, this is the thing that I find handy. You have a little area where you can put more stuff. Now actually, I found it. So you can hide things in there. The important part is you can hide stuff in this part here as well. Now, what I am carrying in there is stuff like, okay, so I've got spare USB cables. I have EF to EF charger, or LPE6 charger cables. So these run off USB-C, there's a USB-A, so there's USB-A built into it, there's a USB-C, or there's a micro USB. So that goes in there. I have a little dongle, so Ethernet, a couple of USB ports, a couple more USB, HDMI, USB-C, so I can plug this into, say, an iPad or an iPhone, well, the iPad Pro or the iPhone 15, I have an Ethernet adapter, I have somewhere to plug in by power, and then I can plug in card readers and download stuff. SanDisk terabyte external hard drive, handy for, well, SSD, handy for recording stuff. The iPhone can use that. I have a second one. This has a 512 gig SSD in it, NVMe SSD, USB-C powered. So these bought that online, and I just swapped out. I put in my own SSD. This isn't needed as much nowadays, but basically this is let me read it off the back. It's a ZTE MU5001, so it's a 5G mobile router. So I have so there's a 5G SIM card in here. It's got a couple of external antenna ports if you want. You've got your power button on the bottom. There's an Ethernet port and then USB-C power. That's handy because you can use that wherever basically, and you have 5G power. Now, love it or hate it, this company, Charge ASAP, I am liking this. It is a brick, but it is definitely a handy bit of kit. So this is their Flash Pro Plus. So it's a 92.5 watt hour power brick. So there's 3 USB-C ports and a USB-A port. The 3 USB-Cs, one inputs and outputs at 100 watts max, one is at 60 watts max, one is at 20, and the USB-A outputs at a max of 50 watts. There's a wireless charger here, so you can charge standard anything Qi charger, any Qi charger stuff. So iPhone, Android phone, anything that goes off and charges with that can be used with there. And then there's an Apple Watch charger. Problem is, the Apple Watch charger doesn't seem to do fast charge, and I've never actually managed to get this to charge. What was the last one? My last Apple Watch was a 7, and it wouldn't really charge the 7 fast enough to be useful. But then again, I just now have the USB-C charger for that anyway. I've got miscellaneous cables. I have a iPhone 12. That's the 12 Pro Max. I'm shooting this on a 14 Pro Max. I've still got my trusty old NAR box. Unfortunately, the company's defunct now, but I've still got this. It is a very handy bit of kit. Still use this when I'm on the go. iPad Pro. So this is the 11-inch 4th gen. So it's a 2022. It's an M2 processor. I've got the whatever that case is, the keyboard folio case, whatever they call it. See if I can open it one-handed. So it's got the keyboard folio case on there. Yes, I'm sure just before midnight or just after midnight. So it's got that nice little keyboard, everything else. It is the 5G model, so there is a SIM card in here, and everything else. I've got the Apple Pencil, which is always nice to have. And then I do also have a secondary case, and the reason is if you're somewhere and you don't actually have room to fold out the full iPad, you can use this one. You can put the iPad into this, you can close it and use it and it's still protected, or you can fold it in a way using Magic Origami Move. You can fold it in a way so that it's actually sitting up straight, so you don't have to use the full keyboard. So I also have this with me when I need it. Finally, we have my headphones. So I have a pair of AirPod Pro 2s, and yeah, I think that's everything for the moment. There's probably extra cables that are plugged in charging stuff at the moment. Oh yeah, I do have one other thing. So again, the Charge ASAP stuff, love them or hate them. I will throw one of these into the bag. So this one outputs 200 watts in total. So I've got two 100 watt outputs on USB-C and two 22.5 watt outputs on USB-A. So if I plug this in, I can charge the iPad and I can charge everything else. Now, actually, that was one of the things I didn't show you on this. There is room at the back here for an iPad. And if you give me 2 seconds, I want to try something. Okay, so I have a Lenovo ThinkPad X1. So this is the Yoga Gen 5, right? And in theory, this should fit in the back of here, right? So, okay, so this will hold an 11-inch iPad Pro or a Lenovo Yoga Gen 6. Right. I also have a Dell XPS 15. Now this is a work machine, so this wouldn't be something I would be carrying in this all that often, but no. XPS 15 will not fit in here. And this is, I suppose, a bad thing, but also not necessarily a problem. My idea is I needed a bag that I could carry day-to-day camera gear with me and the iPad. Now this won't fit a 16-inch MacBook Pro, which is my daily laptop, but it will fit the iPad Pro. If I'm going somewhere, I will more than likely, if it's a daily run somewhere, the iPad Pro will do the job. So that's all good. If I did want to go somewhere longer, I do have a bigger low pro camera up there, or low pro camera bag up there somewhere. There's plenty more room in it for stuff. So this is kind of a day-to-day bag, which, as I said, it does the job. So yeah, there we have it. All of the gear that I would carry with me on a mostly daily basis. So yeah. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, all the usual jazz. And I will talk to you in the next one. Thanks. Bye-bye.